If you are a young dancer and you are starting your training now in September, this video is for you. I'm gonna give you 5 tips in order to elevate your training and also have a better experience of this season. Hi everyone, my name is Nico Ricchini and I am a freelance dance artist, and my mission here is to help you navigate life through dance. I've been teaching classes for over 15 years, and with these tips I think you will have a better experience of your whole approach of training during this season. Number 1, do research. So as you are starting this new season, you may find yourself in a whole new place, in a whole new city, and you will obviously encounter new teachers and new guides, new people who will be leading your training. And one very important thing for me is to understand where they come from, so you can understand their training and their practice, and also what expectations they are having. And after, obviously, it is your choice to adjust to them or not, but at least it gives you some context, and I think context in the training is very important. So when I talk about doing research, it is very important for me that you really look into the companies that they have worked for, where they trained, and understand a bit their career in order to put in context everything that they are gonna share with you in class, so you can maybe approach it in a different way, maybe in a way that will be a bit more fast, maybe a bit more agile than if you didn't know where and which companies they have been working for. Also, knowing where the people that you are going to share the studio with are coming from and what practice they have been developing is basically only gonna be enriching your culture in dance. And I think this way you will also maybe able to find out a bit more about yourself and a bit more about what you really like in your training and in your dance practice. Number 2, digest. After a very long day of training, I think it's very important that you spend time digesting the information. Most of the time, I will see eventually some of the dancers, students and people in training just stretching, but not really actually using this time to digest the information that they have been given during the whole day. And during the day, actually, if you are in a basic training, you basically do like 5 to 6 hours of training every day, and that's actually giving you a lot of information. So if you want to digest this information, you have to make sure that you keep this information for you. And what I would recommend is that after each class you take a bit of notes about the different concepts that you have explored in the class, and maybe at the end of the day, while you are stretching, or maybe while you are heading home, or while you are just getting ready for bed, just have a look at the notes so you can digest all the information that has been given. Try to understand it maybe with another approach. Try to maybe understand it from another point of view, from maybe a calmer point of view once you are outside of the studio setting. That's basically doing your homework. Number 3, consistency. We all say, and we always say it, consistency is key. So whenever you are going to be training, whatever the duration is, it can be a 3-month program, it can be a 5-month program, it can be an 8-month program like we do in Barcelona. It is very important that you are going to commit to this time of training, because all the training programs are designed in a way that if you show up every day doing and going through the journey of the training, then you will take advantage of the training fully. And obviously, we want you to have the best experience of the training during this year, during this season. So it's important that you are consistent in your training. And consistency in your training means basically to show up. You need showing up every day. It doesn't mean that because of tiredness, because of the mental challenge that training also represents, you're gonna be 100% every day. But that means that at least if you show up, then after every day you will just train your mind to be showing up for what you really like and for what you really want to do. And this is a big commitment, and that's already a lot of your training done. Actually, we do mention that a lot in our training program. Like at the beginning, actually, we've noticed along the years that in around November, by mid of November, end of November, there is a huge drop in motivation because people start to get tired and because the body starts to be very tired. So it's very important that you keep showing up even though you are tired, even though you are mentally tired also, because you are just setting up the foundations for your work in the future. And by doing so, even if you show up, you're still there. And it's fine if you are maybe this day a bit more at like 20% because you're really tired, but then you still go through the class, you still find a way, you learn how to work with the tiredness and how to work with also the mental tiredness, which is also very important in our training. So make sure that you stay consistent, and this way you will be able to experience your training even better. Number 4, analyze. So analyzing for me, it's a bit different from digesting the information. So digesting the information is all the information that you have during the day that, like we said before, you reflect on it and you think about the information in itself. When I'm talking about analyzing, I want you to start analyzing your training. What are the things that really work for you? What are the things that don't really work for you? And this is gonna be helpful so you can actually build up over time a routine and also habits that are going to put you always in a state of mind, in a body state, in a physical state that are going to be optimal for you to keep training and for you to do your job basically. So analyzing actually what works for you and what doesn't is very important when it comes to your training. Number 5, finally, focus. So even through this video, you've seen that I'm sharing a few tips. So it's 5 tips. You don't need to apply these 5 tips from day one when you start your training. I think you just take it step by step, choose the ones that you think that maybe you lack a bit more of and that are going to require a bit more time, or choose the ones that are easier and apply them straight away. Focusing is going to be absolutely key, again, just like consistency, in order for you to enjoy and take the most advantage of your training. Because if you focus on one thing, you are going to be able to really push through this thing and to really investigate the ways that you can go around or go through this thing, through this concept. Actually, one of the teachers I had, one of my maestra, who is Ana Sanchez, shared with me this tip that every day when you come into training, try to decide on one thing that you are going to focus on. So maybe today you're gonna focus on the way that you do your plie, or the way that you position your back, or the way that you use your arms, or the way that you look into the room, or the way that you relate yourself in the space with people. So actually focusing on one thing, maybe on one day or over a week, is going to help you to really challenge this concept and really give you the opportunity to investigate it all the way. And I think focusing is definitely one of the most important things that I have just shared, and I think that should be actually the first one that you put in place. It's kind of like a must be applied. Okay, everyone, I hope these tips are helpful, and I hope that they are gonna help you to approach your training in a very different way this season. If you have other tips to share, please do so in the comment section. If you have liked this video, please share it with your friends. It's gonna be very helpful for me, and if you click that like button and also that subscribe button, that's gonna be a huge support for me and for the channel. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you very soon. Take care and have a great season, a great training.